Ji, kapan ayo rolo mot?
Mike.
May Jannatul Firdaus be his final abode. And a minute of silence will slowly get us underway. Just as I said, the ground is all set. And it's all set at the C4 football field for this huge Super Cup. And the tournament proudly and officially bankrolled. Honorable Dawda Jallow, Minister of Justice, who is indeed a native of this honorable community of C4. It is the clash between last year's United and Kaanaadaa Football Club. As in their colorful blue and white shirts, or blue shorts and blue socks, whilst Kaanaadaa in black and sea green socks, black shorts and sea green socks. And that was definitely a brilliant start for the league champion Sanchaba United, who are currently playing from our left or right to left from our cabin, whilst Kaanaadaa kicking from our left to right. And Sanchaba United, under the guidance of Sirifo Toure as head coach, and Sirifo is ably and reliably assisted by Alhaji Sen, is currently starting the Super Cup final with Sajo Samba in goal, team captain Modlamin Demba, Yusufa Kante, Sajo Mustafa Job, Ibrahima Dabo, Ali Usane, Ibrahima Sise, Ibrahima Sedi and Amadou Bojang, completing the 11 for the league champion Sanchaba United. And Sanchaba established in year 2020 against Kaanaadaa, who is of course a team from Kantekunda in C4. And Kaanaadaa in this contest is under the guidance of Buba Wali as head coach. Amadou in goal, Sidia Drame, Lamin Sane, Aliou Fati, Lamin Kante, Omar Kante, Lamin Dabo, Aliou Bojang, Lamin Fati, Amadou Demba and Lamin Dabo once again. They're currently having two Lamin Dabos in the starting 11 for Kaanaadaa Football Club, and currently it is a stiff battle between the two. Just as I said, the referee is Yankuba Baji, ably and reliably assisted by Yoro Sedi, Mamadou Y.A. Jallow and Paulina Sambu is serving, and some other communities or representatives from other communities who are already with us here at the C4 football field to grace this great Super Cup final, proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Dawda Jallow, Minister of Justice. Kemo Kanye, of course, from the C4 football field, you most welcome. And the game is also live on LSTV1. If you aren't at the C4 football field, you are at the liberty to watch this game live on LSTV1 on either Facebook or YouTube. Just as I said, Parliament Fati, Kemo Kanye and Mohamed Dukure at the cabin. As usual, behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Kemo, of course, is a special welcome at the C4 football field, where we are currently witnessing the Super Cup final between Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa, and these are the same side that played in the final last time. And then of course shootout after the score ending 1-1, and once again they are meeting, and this time are we going to see the same scoreline or a similar scoreline remains the question, and also the ambition coming from both sides.
Yes, perhaps we may see, or we may be expecting a similar scoreline here, because last year, I mean, it ended in a stalemate, and then Sanchaba won from the post-match shootout rather, and then they were crowned the champions of C4, I mean, League Cup. So this one, they are here again facing off one another. So we will, at the end of the 90 minutes, we will be able to see and know which of the sides here will be going home with this particular trophy. But I mean, we are expecting to see a very, very very tight contest game, as we have witnessed here last in the last final when the two met. Always, I mean, in the final, it is the two best that always plays in the final. This is why, in most cases, in a final, when you witness, you find it very, very difficult, and also a very, very tightly contested affair between the two that will be playing on against one another. So here as well, this is our expectation today to be witnessing a very, very tightly contested affair between Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa. But I mean, the regulation time will dictate how this particular game is going to end here. Whether it is again going to be that of the league winners, Sanchaba, I mean, getting a double over Kaanaadaa, or are we going to see Kaanaadaa this time getting a revenge over them in this other final here, Pa?
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyan. Already is a brilliant start and a great start for both the champions and the runners-up. Sanchaba United against Kaanaadaa. Yes, and of course the curtain raiser will get us underway in the 2025 and second edition. Proudly attack currently for the league champion Sanchaba United. Ball being taken forward. To number 8, Amadou Demba, team captain. Solely pick position for the boys dressed in black and sea green colors. Definitely want to lay a hand on the giant trophy, but already the flag of the assistant referee is up against Lamin Fati. The number 5 is already penalized by the flag of the assistant referee on the far side. Is an opportunity for Sanchaba United to deliver these in their own half. Sadio Samba, the team captain, switching the play to Yusufa Kante, who launched that ball forward. Not a decent one. It's going to be a throw in for Kaanaadaa this time around, and Kaanaadaa will solely want to get a revenge on Sanchaba United, who defeated them in the last final. And the last victory for Sanchaba United was the very first time getting the better of Kaanaadaa in a football competition. It is Kaanaadaa now trying to launch an attack in their opposition's half. Ball being desperately cleared by the league champions. It's currently lively from the C4 football field in the curtain raiser. Who is going to win, it remains to be seen. Last season they were in the same group, and this season they avoided one another. Who is going to claim the championship is now the biggest ambition for both sides. Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa were in the same group last season alongside Titans and Sarumbel Football Club. And of course, in the first game for Sanchaba United, it was a victory over Titans Football Club 2-1, and goals scored by Malang Sedi and Kemo Jabang. Of course, for Sanchaba, whilst Titans got the only goal courtesy of Omar Tamba. In their second game, it ended 1-1 between Sarumbel and Kaanaadaa. Sarumbel and Sanchaba, it ended 1-1. Bubakar Sedi got the goal for it was a defeat for Sanchaba United, 1-0 defeat to Kaanaadaa, and in that game the only goal scored in that contest came courtesy of Musa Kamara. In the quarter-final for Sanchaba United last season, it was 2-2 against Falcons before Sanchaba advancing on post-match shootout, and the goal scored by Sanchaba came courtesy of Babukar Seka and Ras Demba, while the two other goals scored in the contest came courtesy of Babukar Sedi, who scored a brace in that contest. In the semi-final, it ended 0-0 between Sanchaba United and Holy Trinity. Is an attack, and this time Sadio Samba to the rescue of Sanchaba United. And Sanchaba United will solely start the play from their own half. Sadio Samba, one of, if not the longest play for Sanchaba United, and Sanchaba will solely start the play half courtesy or through Yusufa Kante, who launched an attack, and already is a push as signal by the central referee Yanko Babaje. In the semi-final last season, it ended Sanchaba United 0, Holy Trinity 0, before Sanchaba advancing on post-match shootout, where they advanced to the final before meeting Kaanaadaa. And in that final, great and grand final of a tournament proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Justice Minister Dawda Jallow, it ended 1-1 in regulation before Sanchaba Sanchaba United advancing on post my shootout, long and high one into the gloves of netminder, and the custodian for Kaanaadaa Football Club is Dawda Jallow, who launched in a long and high one. It is now the league champions Sanchaba United. Not for too long, Kaanaadaa will pick possession using the left side of the attack in time to penetrate. Unfortunately, the final touch crashed on the opposite player for a throw in, a signal by the central referee. And of course, earlier on we mentioned that the central referee is Yankuba Baji, who is having the assistance of Dawda Jallow, Mamadou Y.A. Jallow and Paulina Sambo. At the commentary cabin for LSTV is Parlament Fati, Kemo Kanyi, Mohamed Dukure, and of course behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. It's a set piece. Mohamed Dukure, we shouldn't welcome you. You have to welcome you. Of course, you have to welcome us rather. This is at the C4 football field, so we will solely welcome, and Mohamed Dukure will also welcome us at the C4 football field. But before this set piece, it's a long one. Amadou Demba into the gloves of the netminder Sadio Samba. Mohamed Dukure, it's a great afternoon at the C4 football field. We were here last final and once again back here in the curtain raiser of Super Cup between Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa. Once again, these two sides are meeting just as they did in the final, and this time around is a Super Cup, and we must have a winner in regulation, and solely post my shootout will decide the winner if we can't have a winner in regulation here. Of course, it's a special afternoon once again at the special seafood.
Yeah, many thanks to you. It's like we witnessing one of the electrifying, scintillating, and one of the at the moment we witness after witnessing that when Sanchaba United played against the Kaanaadaa side. It is Monday most. One team has to produce a winner. Whether Sanchaba, the last year's crown champion, the runner-up Kaanaadaa. I believe this time, the next 1 hour or 2 hours, we will be able to see the winner in this spin. It's like cannot wave aside or let me not trivialize without acknowledging the flowing present. It's like my special camera man who is Usman journalist or it's like Najia B. Kanye, my able boss, Parfadi, and him. 11 minutes at the moment, and it's like the game, the tempo of the game. But we will solely, this game is going to be defined, is going to be Wasia in the Siforian territory.
We will solely, a great header this time around. The final touch is a corner, a signal. It's a corner for the league champion Sanchaba United. Sanchaba United under the guidance of C4 Ture, who is also the head coach of the C4 based club Yakar Football Club. Reliably assisted by Alaji Sen, and Alaji is his assistant. And Amadou Banda are the coaches for club. It's a corner for Sanchaba, trying to search for one opener here. This time into the. That's a yellow card to Amidou Bojang, if we may get it right. Amidou Bojang 6 into the books of the central referee Yankuba Baji, and the custodian Aliou Dabo is currently down injured, and down injured for Kaanaadaa. Aliou Dabo is in goal for Kaanaadaa. Isidia Drame, Lamin Sane, Aliou Fati, Lamin Kante, Omamin Dabo once again, and the goalkeeper is currently nursing an injury. And currently behind this competition, he started the competition last year, and once again by Sanchaba United. Of C4, who has already joined us at the C4 football field to witness a successful edition, and once will he be able to continue remains to be seen. Will he be able to the completion of the tournament? They went into the Gunjur Somanawetan qualifiers. In their first game, in their third game, met infantry or 4th infantry battalion. That game, it ended 1-1, and in that 1-1 score, it was Bubakar Banora who got the only goal for Sanchaba United due to the Super Cup final. The final, or the replay final, or the playoff final rather, is now been rescheduled to Monday. Will be playing their playoff final against Dabanani, and the team is currently just a game away from the Gunjur Somanawetan proper. Opportunity to advance, whilst Kaanaadaa got the better of the Nyofele Bay side in their first game. Just Plastic Gambia in their second game. The goalkeeper is still down, back on his feet. The goalkeeper is worrying moments for Kaanaadaa Football Club. Worrying moment for Kaanaadaa. The question will now be, will our goalkeeper be able to continue? And one early substitution which might be detrimental to the technical staff as the team is under the leadership of Buba Wali and Amadou Banda. Worrying moments for Buba Wali and Amadou and the rest of the technical members. Goalkeeper currently back on. To continue is now the question. The score is still 0-0 at the C4 football field in the Coating Razor between Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa. United and Kaanaadaa were in the same group, and the last fixture played between these two sides was a victory for Sanchaba, and before that final it was a victory for Kaanaadaa. It is now the turn of Kaanaadaa now, who will launch an attack. Lamin Dabo dispossessed, and the ball is still in play. It is the league champion Sanchaba United trying to pick possession in their own half, but unfortunately lost possession and will hand the ball to the opportunity to Kaanaadaa Football Club, who will benefit from a throw in, and the score is currently 0-0 from the C4 football field, and the game is also live on LSTV1. Palamin Fati, Kemo Kanyi, Mohamed Dukure, and behind camera operations as usual for LSTV1 is Osman Kamara. Into the first moments at the C4 football field, the score is currently 0-0, and we are currently seeing the presence of key dignitaries who will surely be here to grace this very important Super Cup final, and the Super Cup final will get us into the 2025 Soma Nawetan, proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow. Kemo Kanyi, we were here in the last final, and the tournament proudly and officially championed by Honorable Dawda Jallow, and once again sponsoring the 2025 edition, of course a native of his community edition, and once again in the 2025 edition is definitely remarkable from the Justice Minister Dawda Jallow. Kemo.
Yes, someone who is at an influential position will be able to, do for their, communities. Not everyone is doing. It's a very, very welcoming, and that's an opener for the.
That's a goal and a deadlock. And looking at the supporters of Kaanaadaa just on arrival at the C4 football field. The league champions trailed by a goal to nil, and Lamin Dabo with the breakthrough. The Kandekunda base club currently having their noses in front and currently leading by a goal to nil. Kemo Kanyi. Runners up Kandekunda Football Club, of course Kaanaadaa just taking the lead here, and of course they will surrender the hooping trophy.
Yes, earlier on, as I was saying, this was a. So many people will try to emulate what his efforts for his community, and then here, Kaanaadaa have now taken the lead in the 18th minute through Lamin Dabo. They are now heading for revenge, but they will need to do that in the entire, regulation time that will be played here. To do the needful for themselves into this particular game, but this is far from over. We are into the first 20 minutes of the game, so in the C4 football, no time is little in football. When chances and then do the needful for themselves, but for heading for.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. Deadlock broke C4 football field in the Super Cup, down by a goal to nil against the last year's runners-up. Kaanaadaa having their noses in front, courtesy of Lamin Dabo, and we can also confirm the presence Mod K. Sise, who is the chief of And he's the one representing Justice Minister Honorable Dawda Jallow. Second half between Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa Football Club. And a player the custodian Aliu Dabo receive attention from the medics earlier on. Into the very Kaanaadaa took the advantage courtesy of was opener. Is the current advantage and current difference between the two. And if Kaanaadaa is able to hold on to this 1-0 advantage, it's going to be their first trophy. Sanchaba United, if they want to lay a hand on the giant trophy, needs to come from a goal down to get an equal. This game to post-match shootout to have the opportunity to lay a hand on the giant trophy. Mohammed. And currently the runners-up have just taken the lead courtesy of Lamin Dabo, and they just need to hold on if they want to be crowned champions of this. They will be crowned champions of the Super Cup, defeating Sanchaba United if they are able to.
26, that was a leaked final amid the sponsor, who is the no other person but the Justice Minister, Dawda Jallow, an early goal from the opponent side, who is Kaanaadaa last year. The same situation happens today also. But this is football. It is not over. Football is drama. It is, you cannot describe because you a particular person, you don't have that money to describe or to say something what whenever the time is not alluded. But at the moment we have played 23 minutes into the first period. But so far so good. Kaanaadaa has a strong team, likewise Sanchaba, and Kaanaadaa, they are a team who they never miss after play final. But taking final is, I don't know what is the problem. But Sanchaba, we have seen that they are also the powerhouse of C4 when it comes to football. So I believe today is as we are watching, mouth-watering, electrifying between these two sides. I believe next 1 hour is going to be clear here. But football is not over until it is all over. Drama is always a drama as of now. And the same as soon as the situation happens, it's the same Lamboy who scored an early goal last season. Restore parity came when Sunkar and his people they amalgamate hands together to restore parity. At the end of the day, it went in favor of Sanchaba. But today, and let me tell you one interesting story. It's like when Kaanaadaa, they have the advantage position, they have an opportunity to snatch this trophy. Is actually is going to be a history and history for them. But because they don't miss playing final, but taking lane to giving themselves history in C4 is actually disturb them. But I don't know. I believe in they really have to defend this one goal, but it's very difficult as of the time at the moment is very young as of now. But the way it's going is we play over 25 minutes into this first periods of this encounter. Not over, only it is all over. Many thanks.
It is never over until it is all over. From Mohamed Dukure Aliaron Kemo Kanye, we are coming to you live from the C4 football field, and Sadio Samba just there in time to clear that ball desperately. What a clearance from the netman. That seems to be a high booter signal by the central referee. In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we're still coming to you live from the C4 football field in the courting razor of C4 Sports Committee's second edition of Honorable Dawda Jallow's sponsored football tournament. It is the 2025 edition, proudly and officially sponsored by Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow. And of course, Honorable Minister is a native of C4. He championed the 2024 edition, and once again in the second edition of 2025, and it's the Super Cup. Call it the courting razor, and already the flag of the assistant referee is up against Kaanaadaa, who are still searching for their second goal after getting a breakthrough courtesy of Lamin Dabo. The score is currently in their favor. Kaanaadaa leading by a goal to nil, hunting for their very first trophy in the last 20 years. Kaanaadaa around the center, team captain getting that ball down. They will try to get some combinations there. Sanchaba will try to regroup, whilst Kaanaadaa will try to launch once again. Enjoying this slender advantage, leading by a goal to nil. It's going to be another attack coming from Lamin Dabo. This time the ball eludes every other player and off for a goal kick. And Samba, Sadio Samba, the goalkeeper, and also doubles as the team captain for Sanchaba. And Sanchaba are currently in a playoff spot in the ongoing Gunjur Somanawe Town qualifiers, and they will be playing on Monday against Dabanani, and just a game away from the Gunjur Somanawe Town proper is an attack for the league champion Sanchaba United, trying to unlock the defense of their opponents, trailed by a goal to nil. Can they find the back of the net in this instance? Remains to be seen, and the flag of the assistant referee is already up, and already up for a goal kick this time around, and the central referee is Yankuba Paji, who is having the assistance of Yero Sedi, Dawda Jallow, and Paulina Sambo is serving as the fourth assistant referee. And of course live on LSTV1 for Lamin Fatih. Operations for LSTV is Osman Kamara from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, league champion Sanchaba. And of course the game and the goal has been a wake up, and already there is a player down, and down injured for Sanchaba by a goal to nil against their opponents, the last year's runners up Kaanaadaa football. Yes, and of course got beaten for the very first time. These two Sanchaba United, Sarungal United, Titan football. In their second game, and in the third game it was a defeat club over Sanchaba United, and in the quarter-final Sanchaba or Kaanaadaa Football Club got the better of Deeper Football Club on post-match shootout before advancing to the semi-final, and in the semi-final it was another post-match shootout victory over Jar Kingdom before advancing to the final, where they lost on post-match shootout to Sanchaba United, and once again meeting the same side that they lost to in the league final. Will they be able to defy the odds? Will Kaanaadaa Football by clinching the Super Cup for the very first time in 20 years around this by a goal to nil, dressed in their colorful black and sea green colors? We are currently having the surge of dignitaries at the C4 football field, able to make it at the C4 football field, and Chief of Staff, what cases officials of Kombosar District Football Committee, the Alcala of C4 as a community is also with us at the C4 football field for Kaanaadaa Football Club, currently enjoying the slender advantage. Madu Demba this time, never troubled the custodian. Sergio Sanchaba United. A huge support base. Final remains to be seen, and the winner of the Super from an offside position signaled by the central referee. And we have already played over 30 minutes in this contest. The score is currently 1-0 for Kaanaadaa, and the Kandekunda base club is currently leading by a goal to nil, and they led in the league final before being picked back by Sanchaba United. And once again Kaanaadaa led once again in the Super Cup final. Will they be able to hold on remains the biggest question. Kemo Kanye is an interesting showdown, and fans continue to pile in here. Of course this is community football, and community football at its best, and already at the C4 football field we have seen the surge of supporters, neutrals, and also the support base. I've seen a massive turnout already, and fans continue to pile in here at the C4 football field. This is the beauty of community football and C4 football.
Yes, the turnout here is simply telling us that the ownership of the game has been taken by the residents. Give support to your teams maximally, but you may not be able to contribute. You are standing behind. When you are cheering them up, they also feel something. Yes, they feel that yes, we are in the feeding factor for some of the players to make their the international levels, and also before then you can see them rise to the national division.
What an opportunity for Kaanaadaa Football Club, and the head coach for Sanchaba, Sirifo Ture, is urging his players to calm down, and that was indeed for Kaanaadaa Football Club to clinch the very first trophy in 20 years. Circle. They've been playing a whole lot of finals, but unfortunately win a trophy in the last 20 years. Kaanaadaa Football Club enjoying this slender advantage, And the league champions trailed by a goal to nil. In the league final they trailed and came from a goal down to force the game to post-match shootout, and once again the champions trailed by a goal to nil against the runners-up at the C4 football field. And of course it's an interesting showdown in the Super Cup final. It is the C4 football field which is currently hosting this crucial and lively Super Cup final. It's a set piece for the league champions. Ali Usane to deliver. Long one around the area. Eludes every other player. It's going to be a chase once again, and Kaanaadaa will try to protect that. And already the central referee Sanchaba Utd has already given the opportunity. An opportunity to Kaanaadaa Football Club, a team based in C4 and C4 Kandekunda. And Kaanaadaa enjoying this slender advantage, courtesy of Lamin Dabo. Lamin Dabo's goal is the current difference between the boys in black and sea green colors and the boys in blue colors. Black and sea green colors is Kaanaadaa, and blue shorts and blue socks is of course the league champion Sanchaba Utd, who of course defeated Kaanaadaa in the league final before meeting in the Super Cup final of the tournament, proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow. It's an attack for the league champions. Of course a wake-up call, spreading it wide on the far side. It is Ibrahim Assise getting the ball forward. This time ball is headed out for a corner. The league champions continue to search for an equalizer. Will they be able to get an equalizer before Lemontine remains the biggest ambition, but also the biggest question? And of course the groupings of the 2025 edition is already done, and already in Group A we have Sanchaba United, Holy Sarumbel United and Old Schools. In Group B, Kaanaadaa Football Club, Sanchaba United, Grand Cassia and Black Star Football Club. It's a corner for the league champion Sanchaba. Ball being taken forward, long and high one, partly headed out. But Sanchaba will try to regain possession in their opposition's half. Not a decent one, and Kaanaadaa will solely benefit from a throw-in. In Group B, just as I said earlier on, Kaanaadaa Football Club, Sanchaba United, Grand Cassia Football Club, and Group C is having Jack Kingdom Football Club, Falcons FC, Depot Football Club and Titans Football Club. Who is going to emerge the champion? Sadio Samba to the rescue. Is that a foul? Yes, given, and of course given by the central referee, and Sadio Samba penalized. Sadio Samba, the custodian, and the goalkeeper penalized. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what is going to be the outcome here. What is going to be the outcome here? The central referee will now get a huge decision here. Sadio Samba will solely be in the book of the central referee after getting the player down, and a huge decision awaits the central referee Yankuba Baji. Yankuba Baji is the central referee, ably and reliably assisted by Yorosedi. Mamadou Y.A. Jallow is one of the assistants, and Paulina Sambu is the fourth assistant referee. And Paulina Sambu is serving as the fourth assistant referee in this Super Cup final. In the last 20 years, under the guidance of Buba Wali and Amadou Demba, we are in the Gunjur Samanawetan qualifiers before crashing out, and of course crashing out after losing to Precious Plastic Gambia, after losing waiting for the decision from the central referee Yankuba Baye, who will definitely take a huge decision. Still the player currently down for Kaanaadaa Football Club. Minutes of the regulation, and still Kaanaadaa Football Club leading by a goal to nil against the league champion Sanchaba United. The central referee, we have to wait. Just Samba survived. Some of the players believe that should have been a red card, but the central referee Sanchaba United and Sergio Samba survived. Kemo Kanye, it's going to be 3 minutes of added on.
Will need 3 minutes into this particular game to actually get themselves to a parity before the goalkeeper for their opponents. But nonetheless, such decisions are left at the discretion of the central referee to actually manage the.
To deliver number 10, floats that ball around the area, eludes every other player, and it's a goal kick. And the champions trail by a goal to nil against last year's runners of Canada. And Lamin Dabo with the opener from the C4 football field, and is of course able to get to the C4 football field. A click of the button will surely get you to this very ground. And what this is a set piece. It's a set piece. It is now the opportunity of the league champions is interested, who waved in for a play on, and the team captain Amadou Demba wrestled and ball field, and is of course live on LSTV1 for Lamin Fati, Kemo Kanye, Mohamed Dukure, and behind camera operations from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1 is Osman Kamara. What a showdown and what a contest between last year's league champion Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa Football Club, and Sanchaba got the better of Kaanaadaa on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation, and in the Super Cup final already the knockout, already the runners-up enjoying this slender advantage, leading by a goal to nil, courtesy of Lamin Dabo. It's a possessive display, switching the play from their own half in their opposition's half. Kaanaadaa will launch once again. Is that going to be an opportunity into the gloves of the netminder Sergio Samba? That is the final action, and that's the final action from the C4 football field. Final action of the first half between Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa Football Club. It's going to be 15 minutes of rest, and we'll be back with for Dukure behind camera operations, and this was Man Kamara. It is currently Kaanaadaa 1, Sanchaba United nil, and Sanchaba United, for him fuck up, is all proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Dawda Jallow, Minister of Justice, who edition just as he did in the 2024 edition. And of course, this is where we're going to have 15 minutes of rest, and we'll be back for the continuation of the live stream for the continuation. Thank you very much and welcome back to the C4 football field. Observe the kick-off and will be taken by Motke Sise, Chief of Staff and Presidential Advisor, and of course he is here to represent, of course, our he is the representative of Honorable and Motke Sise will surely get us the kick-off before the commencement of the second half. And we can also confirm the presence of a whole lot of dignitaries at the C4 football field who are all here to grace this very important edition and very important occasion. Motke Sise will surely get us the kick-off, and we can also confirm the presence of a whole lot of dignitaries at the C4 football field. We can also confirm the presence of the new Alcalo Bakari Bojang, who is the Alcalo of the community C4. And the ground is all set at any moment from now. Motke Sise, Honorable Motke Sise, Chief of Staff and Presidential Advisor, or Affairs rather, will surely get us the kick-off, and the kick-off will surely get us on the way in the second period. Motke Sise will surely get us the kick-off, and that's the kick-off, and the kick-off will surely get us on the way from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1. And some of the dignitaries that are already present, we can also confirm the presence of Mr. Usman Minte, the VDC chairperson of C4, Maulid Koli Mbemba Baro, who is a representative of Nyofele Youth and Sports Committee, Modu Kesi is a Chief of Staff, and of course a delegate here, our third Vice President, Kombosa District Football Committee, Fatih Jata, who is of course present at the C4 football field, Sajo Demba Demboba, who is of course an OC member in Abadrame, Fatu Jame, an OC member, Sophie Koli is also with us at the C4 football field. Also present, Khalifa Jata, Amadou Sow, a representative, is also with us here. Basirifo Demba, or Dabo rather, Lamin Wandi Dabo, the third Vice President of the Sports Committee. Amadou Kasbajo, who is the Treasurer, is also part of the delegation here. Buba Drame, Ismaila Jaju Ate. And of course the ground is set, and it's going to be a double substitution. And double substitution for the league champions, Sanchaba United. And two is introduced. The ground is all set, and all set for this huge class from the C4 football field. It is just the commencement of the second half and the commencement of the final half between Sanchaba United and Kaanaadaa Football Club. And the ground and the second half is currently underway from the C4 football field and is of course live on LSTV. Falamin Fatih, Kemo Kanyi, Mohammed Dukure, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. And currently the league champions Kaanaadaa, or the league champions Sanchaba United, will be playing from our left to right. It's a long one around the area. Kaanaadaa continue to search for the second goal after getting the first in the first period. Can Kaanaadaa find the back of the net for the second time in this contest remains to be seen. It is now Kaanaadaa, not for too long. Kaanaadaa regained possession. Great combination around the center. The league champions, and it's a wake-up call for the league champions now. Sunkaru now, who came on as a substitute, one of the finest players for the league champion Sanchaba United. Can they find the back of the net and get this game to parity remains the biggest ambition. Getting the ball around the area is there. What a save by the goalkeeper Aliu Dabo. Aliu equal to the task. What a save, and the league champions back into this contest. Sanchaba United back into this contest, and of course a brilliant start came Okanyi in the second half for the league champions, hoping to get this game to parity. And if they are able to get this game to parity, it's definitely going to be game on at the C4 football field.
Yes, that is the ambition part clearly manifested here in this early part of the second half here, and then they are showing their opponents that the game is far from over, and then that is our belief that every minute in football is counted. So they are mounting a lot of pressure as of now in the early part of this second half here. So if they a lot of pressure here, they will be creating chances, and then with that they will be able to come to parity. But without chances, the ambition that we have seen them started the second half with tells you a lot about the importance of this particular game to they have played here, and then the game went on to the post-match shooter where they were crowned and then capitalized on that to put the game to parity. So let's see what happens here. The game is very young, as it was earlier alluded to by Mohamed Dukre in the first half, and then the game still continues, but either of the sides here have the capability to go home with this particular trophy, and then to win this particular trophy is very much clear, and then they are currently manifesting that to their supporters and also watching them here. And the neutrals are also here. You can also see still now I mean people are still coming in, so give them that maximum support that they will need from the players.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. 1-0 in favor, and Canada is currently enjoying this slender advantage, leading by league champions Sanchaba United. Can Sanchaba come from a goal down to restore parity? Remains the biggest ambition and question. And Sanchaba United, under the guidance of, very much busy on the technical area, trying to give instructions, and on the other technical dugout is of course Buba, Wali and Amadou Banda. It's a long one around the area. It's Sanchaba United in their own half. Sanchaba trying to come back into legs in the very first moments of this crucial and lively second half. That seems to be a high boot signaled by the central referee Dawda Jallow, and Paulina Sambo is the fourth assistant referee from the C4 football field, live on LSTV1. Who is Wet and Proper and the Wet and Proper of 2025. The ball field, and of course live on LSTV. It is currently advantage Canada. Will Canada be able to hold on? Will set piece for the boys in blue. Sanchaba United, the league champions, will now central defenders, and 16 for Sanchaba United will have. United will benefit from this. It's a long one. It's an attack, not a decent one. Aliu back to the custodian Sergio Samba. Sergio Samba, the team captain and the goalkeeper for Sanchaba United, and Sergio on his side trailed by a goal to nil against Canada. Enjoy this slender advantage in this hugely contested battle. The player Rasul and Sanchaba United will benefit from a set piece once again. It was a great first half, and both sides picking it from where they left it in the first half, and Sanchaba United seems to be the most impressive side since the commencement of the second half. They need to score, else they will surrender the giant trophy and whooping cash prize to their opponents in Canada Football Club, which is going to be the trophy and a whooping cash prize for Canada for the last 20 years.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. After playing yeah, it's like the tempo of the game is getting too high, and at the moment, so when the press starts here, and at the moment, so we have seen four people came. Okay, they were the starting who is famously called, who is safely called, and Neymar, as some people call him. It's like another person who is Toure again. It's like we have seen the dynamic of the game between these two sides. But I believe Canada are not relenting, and also the other side will not relent to give Canada side to snatch this brilliant trophy away from the opponent side. But I believe at the end of the day we'll be able to see that it's very important having a short break. If you have a short break, it will be able to. We have seen after the break Sanchaba having dominance over Canada on known as Kantekunda, but at the moment we have seen so many tactics in the moments at the Siforian side. Coming mbade won ka funya min rong akamda Sifola Bayeto dami alonko Sanchaba in Canada minkata league champion akamda Sanchaba sainteng Canada e sambale kadda kilna fo safo nyin kono kabin tumom lamin dabo e minkata lambo mo jama min long golo min school second half of na akamta startale bare ala kumaya umindi don akamta sayem bolje kande Sanchaba say ye jemo tale ko ya tanum dami sainte ye sembo inta ka sele ido nyol kambari ma school no polo momo yaron ibadunka Sifola Bayeto akamda kaddanya akilina be je folo Sanchaba amandra jelo montre ila fanna nyina e jelo be damin na olon Canada de odo ay mola nyata nga yakoro min kala justice minister ba akamda wala Dawda honorable Dawda Jallow anim fana na akoren alkalo fana mi anko sainte atelo modi mi anko alkalia sabata sainte e honorable Bakari wala Mr Bakari Bojang atelo modi mi anko sainte atelo mustifon ko la alkawde kabentu momina e narafo mola min kala the former alkalo min kala Bajere Dembati sainte Bakari Dabo e min kala Bakari Bojang e Ousmane min tefana mi anko atelo mu chairman of fana de fana ma be akamda mo be dunga Sifo jandron mo jaman wala akamda kunukum ma jamal mi anko ngi jiyan kri sport comedy ñofele sport comedy jamal mi anko iba ma be kanjam e Sifo la filo akamda say e ni ba jibe kan akamda independence stadium o labri kamala mini pa ko mbolto tangi somo pa isa continue no bolto bol commentary la.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Doucouré. It's going to be triple or double substitution for Canada. Earlier on, we have seen some substitution effected by Sanchaba United after the introduction of Sunkaru Jata, Babukar Seka, Kemo Toure and Ibrahima Kamara. Already introduced by head coach Sirifo Toure, who is desperately in need of an equalizer. Will Sirifo and his Sanchaba United side be able to get this game to parity and possibly get this game to post? My shootout remains to be seen, and currently it is going to be a double substitution for Canada Football Club, who are currently leading by a goal to nil. Canada just need to hold on and they will be crowned champions, while Sanchaba needs to come from a goal down if they want to get anything in this contest. Sunkaru not a decent one, and Lamin Sane, one of the central defenders, getting that ball desperately, urging his players to move forward. It is all coming to you live from the C4 football field, and it is of course live on LSTV1 Parliament Fati. Kemo Kanyi and Mohamed Doucouré at the commentary cabin, Osman Kamara behind camera operations. It is of course a huge turnout, Kemo Kanyi. I am really impressed with the turnout that we have seen here. Of course, those that are very much familiar to football in C4 wouldn't be surprised, because C4 is definitely a footballing community. They have produced players that have played in the of the under 17, under 20, and of course in the senior and the national team. Of course, we have seen the likes of Habibu Mendy and co, who are, of course, they've produced a whole lot of players from grassroots level, and players that have also played in the top flight second division. Very much familiar to the football in C4 wouldn't be surprised in seeing a huge turnout here as fans still continue to pile in here to watch this crucial showdown. And of course, a very big tap on the shoulder of Honorable Dawda Jallow for championing this football competition for the second season running. Was the one now the brain behind it, and once again in 2025 he is back again to his community to make sure the boys in C4 are able to play football, and also him coming to their aid in trying to aid this football competition is definitely remarkable. But first, we are very much amazed with the turnout that we have already seen at the C4 football field.
Yes, every time we are here, I mean, it never disappoints in regards to the attendance of the games, because we were here for several finals, and then the attendance is always huge, and then they come here to give that support to their grassroots players. So everything starts from here. You have mentioned names that yelled from C4 here and then made their way to the international representations, and then it starts putting that confidence in them that yes, you have the skills, you will be able to do it if you. We should give to the spectators of C4, I mean, and the residents that are close to this particular ground, and also as we have said in the first half. So coming here, giving back to the community that made you who you are back. You cannot give cash to everyone, but the youths the avenue where they can exercise their talent. If they are able to showcase the talents that they have, that is an avenue for develop themselves and then move away from the grassroots football to the force, eventually making their mark in the international trade. So that is a very, very good gesture from the Honorable Minister. Have the power and also are in that are in such influential positions, will also be able to emulate what he is doing for to everyone, but try to provide avenues for them where they will be able to develop themselves and then grow to be what they want to achieve in the future.
Words of a colleague and brother earlier on, Mohamed Doucouré. Is an attack for Canada, who are goal to nil against Sanchaba United. Sanchaba thrill, the league champions thrill, and the runners are enjoying the advantage. Sunkaru on the far side came on as a substitute, switching the play from the left to the right. An opportunity, but before that, the flag of the assistant referee is already up, and Canada Football Club will try to wind down the clock as much. If the score should stay like this, it's going to be a giant and whooping cash prize for Canada, whilst the league champions will be without a trophy. Is it going to victory for last year's runners-up? Remains to be seen, and currently it's a stiff battle. Player Rasul, is that going to be? And that's a throw in as signaled by the assistant referee. No foul given. It's a throw in. It's a throw in a signal by the central referee, and the fourth assistant referee Paulina Sambo has already asked the player to get back. Anyway, quickly taken. Already it is 1-0 in favor of Canada. The Kandekunda Bay side is currently enjoying every moment, and we can confirm the presence of a whole lot of dignitaries here. The Alcalo is with us, Mr. Bakari Bojang, the newly instituted Alcalo of C4 around the area, and this time around the league champions. Still not danger, still not averted, and already there's a push on the team captain, and it's going to be an opportunity for Canada, and Canada wouldn't be in any hurry, They will try to wind down the clock as much as possible. The score is currently in their favor. The score is in Canada's favor. They will try to wind down the clock here. The Alcalo is currently with us. We have Colin Bembabaro, Motke Sise, who took the kickoff. Our Toure, a representative of Kombosa District Football Committee, Mr. Sidia Bojang from Fakeba Jame, Abadrame, Fatu Jame, Sophie Fellow also with us, Basiri for Demba, Basiri for Dabo rather, Lamin Wandi Dabo, the third vice president, and the list of dignitaries continues. Of course, it is at the C4 football field, and Canada enjoying C4 football field, and it's a lively game, great contest, great battle in the Super Cup. Going to be another substitution for the league champions, who are trying to fire from the biggest question. And in case you're just joining us, the match is currently from the C4, of course, live on LSTV1 Parliament Party. Kemo Kanyi, Mohamed Doucouré. That seems to be a substitution. Player seems to be interested. Assistant referee stayed down. Is that going to be the second goal? But on player seems to be interested. Assistant referee stayed down. Is that going to be the second goal? But unfortunately for Kaanaadaa, their seats, waiting for the second goal for Kaanaadaa Football Club. For Kaanaadaa, and Kaanaadaa continue to search for the second goal while Sanchaba. What a moment! What a moment from the C4 football field. Fans, a moment from the C4 football field. Fans at the edge of their seats. And these two sides were in the same group last season, in the same group of Group C. It was Titan Sarumbel contest. We will definitely be here to get you every other proceedings, as we wait for the final back. As we wait for the final back, then coming through the midfield, but back, then coming through the midfield, but it's been hastily taken, and then we have it's been hastily taken, and then we have also seen recently a few from that of the Kaanaadaa, and also the decisions to a few from that of the Kaanaadaa, and also the decisions to a goal, and then come and then secure a parity for themselves in the sides, to a goal, and then come and then secure a parity for themselves in the sides. Kaanaadaa can go home with the trophy, so as their opponent Sanchaba can also go home with the trophy, so as their opponent Sanchaba can also go home with this
Thank you so much. It's a cracking moment for both sides, but more of Sanchaba United. Okay, dangerous situation at the moment because we played unofficially. We played 32 second period, so that tells you we have 8 minutes to go, but unofficially it's not official. So at the moment we have seen it's a cracking moment, but there's a final. We have been watching a finals game. We are watching. It happens, miracles used to be happen, and this is football, and sometimes it happens. 2019 in Lamin, that was 9-1-1 played against the opponent side Medina, and Medina were leading. 1 minute to go to end the affair. We have seen a restore parity from 9-1-1. Only it is all over. So football is something that is it's a drama, but at the moment the vantage position is given to Kaanaadaa, and let me tell you one thing, is really going to be appreciated by Kaanaadaa if they happen to snatch it. After play 20 years, they couldn't have chance to lay their hands to the trophy. They almost fancy to the semi-final level. They always fancy to the final level, but to lay their hands to snatch the 64 Sport Committee trophy is always a hurdle for them. But today we have seen Sanchaba also. They have a strong caliber of Gava, the manager who is no other person Sripoture, who is no other person Figo. But I believe this is football, and Figo also is standing to see how best he can restructure. It happens Gunjur last year. Resto and came up the bench to score 2-1. So this is football.
It is never over until it is all over. Time with the league champions get an equalizer. Is now the boys dressed in blue. Can they find the back of the net? Sunkaru now around the area is a glancing header. Sunkaru Aliu Dabo, the goalkeeper, with a brilliant save, denying Sung by a goal to nil and enjoying every moment from the C4 football field. The score is in their favor. The score is in their favor. And of course, the second edition, tomorrow there is a fixture, which is Of course, Sunday, the Fire United and Grand Cassia. Wednesday and Tuesday, there is no clash between Jack Kingdom and Falcons. And Thursday, we'll see a battle between Old Schools and Sanchaba Utd in C4. And on Saturday, it's going to be Deep Up again. Deep Up Football Club will take on Jack Kingdom on Thursday. Grand Cassia will take on Kaanaadaa Football Club on Saturday the 27th, and on Ball Club on Sunday the 5th of next month 2025. Time Sanchaba, and any moment from now we might be seeing the fourth assistant referee putting up the additional minute. How many of the minutes is going to be celebration, and that's going to be a break in the trophy. It is currently a stiff battle. Thank you very much, and we are edging closer towards the completion of this game. And if the game should end like this, it's going to be a massive celebration for Kaanaadaa. It's an attack for the league champions. An opportunity saved once again by the netminder. The goalkeeper Dawda Jallow to the rescue of Kaanaadaa once again. Sanchaba United continue to search and continue to search for an equalizer. Ikoni macho banda moka na dumfilo kona please mobe tu inoto. Ni macho banda please mobe tu inoto please. Ikoni ngemo banda moka na dumfilo kono mobe lo inoto please. Ni ngemo banda please mobe kan moka na dumfilo kono mobe tu filo banda mobe Dawda Jallow miyalo nakabe ke kam please, because going to bring a whole lot of disruptions, and Kaanaadaa edging closer and closer. It is getting 8 minutes unofficial according to our unofficial clock, as the central referee and his officials giving the official timing. Unofficial, we have under 2 minutes of normal time, and what is expected to be added on. Kemo Kanye, time if Kaanaadaa is able to hold on for the entire minute, it's going to be massive celebration. That is going to be trophy for them.
Yes, if they are able to maintain their composure throughout this, there is no little time in football. We have seen teams coming from behind in the last gasp of the games, and then do the needful for themselves for the Canada to stay focused and also maintain the resilience that they were having seen, and then try to maintain their focus and also their ambition towards this particular trophy minutes that will be played here, plus the additional time. Of course, they will be going home with the trophy that they very good history for the players that are currently taking in the Kaanaadaa team here. It will be a history in the making for them, and one of the things that they will be yearning for, if they are able to achieve that particular success, it will stay in their memory.
Time not in their favor, Sanchaba United. Kaanaadaa Football Club edging closer. Ikoni macho banda please more. It will be added on is now the question. Sunkaru on the far. Time to cause some. And looking at the Kaanaadaa setup, currently they're having all their players behind the ball. 6 minutes added on. It is Aliu now. That's a foul. 6 minutes for Kaanaadaa to hold on, and 6 minutes for Sanchaba to score. Kaanaadaa Football Club needs to defend in the final 6 minutes. Will Kaanaadaa be able to hold on? Are we going to have an equalizer coming from the boys in blue, the league champions? And Blue Sox, under the guidance of head coach Sirifo Toure and Alaji Sen, will be hoping to get an desperately cleared by Kaanaadaa Football Club. What a save from the netminder. Kaanaadaa Football Club. He kept Kaanaadaa in the end. Kaanaadaa still holding on. Kaanaadaa still enjoying. Kaanaadaa hand thing. They are edging closer, and any moment from now, the central referee might. Huge of celebrations for Kaanaadaa Football Club. I think after missing out, and this is definitely going to be an incredible celebration for the boys.
Mola football kere mi alan ko honorable justice minister Binkara Dawda Jallow animpana million.
In winning the Super Cup, lost to Sanchaba United in the league final on post-match shootouts, and currently on the advantage. It's a long one. Both players full time, and it is full time. Full time at the C4 football field, and full time at the C4 has won their first trophy in the last 20 years. What a celebration under the noses of the league champions.
And for the fans that are associated with, they are celebrating this. You can see.
So league champions, Sanchaba United. It's going to be a celebration of ages. A celebration of ages, and it's a giant trophy for Kaanaadaa.
Kaanaadaa be trophy nyintala. Bari what tambita they have been awards 2026 bitilonyina mingala 13 September fana itanyina no wala bari football amun tarekol kake tareka nyon taw fana wala kake akam da fenno miyalango e fana ba fola sanyi muwan yola nyoka e man ko po nyinta o do gre pen miyalango sayen wo ngan kodi wala Sanchaba sayen ya master pour ka salo tema sabaras a pomande ya bar sayen trophy nyimba sela dame na olon Kaanaadaa.
Thank you very much. Okay, Janimbe present this without a trophy. Kaanaadaa FC, congratulations, and then hard luck to Sanchaba. Al Kadananjang, kuma kilim pulang ofo pidi ngajanjang kosawa. Okay, jandi plan bina molmi yalo ko yali pulang pula pes lemujang mbempa baro assistant PRO nyofele sport committee. Party Jada is always there for us. Isakono Party Latin Nabi, promoting absorbent because Party is always there for us. Ya kumandi somanda juno abe chabo dilele, ya kumandi sudo abe chabo dilele Party. Ngela olo blani sude bake. Our Ture Omu Kongol Talaji, third Vice President Composao District Football Committee. Sadio Demba wo manke luntan dijang anyada manke nyakuda dijang Dembo ba aussi member kidi sport committee Bageba Jame Abadra aussi president Pak Jame and Sabiko all from Kidi we are very grateful. It is high delegation of the organizing committee, the Bela Mabera Fulani was the sport committee from the chairman Asem Demba Kanapo Duma, the Contanta La Kuala Bakke. Opanam Nal Kaliba, Bakari, Mr. Bakari Bodang, the Contona Bake, Jani Alkaliakan and Nika Benjan. Ye Kujamala Dunyoto, Mapoleko Aparaka Bake, continuation olemo, Nalo Dame, Mapoleko, Lena and Kotopa, Watu Wadi, but in Don. Inataning ako minna omu alkali koli be konton na bake ila alkali ala Khalifa Jata humble brother be konton na ba to Amadou So Nyonkele apana is a regular case before jang Philip Dumbuya always apana been paying a former treasurer assistant treasurer sport committee Basir Demba Mbakoleko Lamin Wandi Dabo third vice president Gunjur Sport Committee a new setup. Thank you for coming. Ahmad Kasba, your treasurer, Gunjur Sport Committee. George Zame, chairman, Kidis Sport Committee. Piero Bobadrame, Kidis Sport Committee. Be Kontona Bak Ismaila, Jajo Manjinela, Buba AI Tabali, one man, Be Kontona Bake, our former vice president, a brother, Buba AI Tabali, Buba Nembe Kontona Bake, La Lodlanga, Sude Siboja, Yakata Polminke, Legacy, Water Bonola, Animoli Anoko Pena, Balde Kontona Bake, Mandina Mola, Nina Mina, Omuninola, but the mobile Kontona Bake. Okola, Janimbe, Trophy deal. Please, Tantantiolu. Alanganyo Sojang, the whole night is your soul. Now after Nimbotjang, please, I'll say Edunli. So, Janim Petrobi Indila, Bemopla Kumanda, Mo follow Mimbina, Katiamu Ponding Kelly, Amunyum Ponding Kelly, Binkarana, VDC Chairman Usman Minte, Usman Minte Bina, Katiamu, Kumakilim Pula Saba, Kayama Pokang, Kaodi Sadif Ninkela, Janina Al Kalba Bina. So, Mr. Usman Minte, Nablokos Usman Minte, Alamo Albert Polamol as the chairman of the Village Development Committee. Alamo the one, Tantantiol, Alamo the one, Yamarola, please. Assalamu alaikum, Sadis Mokul, Momobe Kontona Nyugarola, Kaanaadaa VIP Committee, Honorable Dawda Jallow, attending the Konya sponsor. Academy kalau sade nyato kapuan dikir kai nyato ko bodo football keda kere da malo kono moment kele nyato tan dirwal de sade kono ko dikir sa bal bo nyoto ke ko na bana bajja de dia lo kono no kono bodo je na ko dikir be tan la bage kaje football kono balu wolti yalo modol ka hargele koy fana to modol ma koy no balu to no jamala oda kuluo kumbada je ado ngaji ki poni gel ya tandi jang tim kulo konante be kumpai tandi jang kana wele pansol mon songa je jang mon songa je jang odo nyum fana mana harge yesilo Kaanaadaa mana kata harge amto wal fane kudilale odo Kaanaadaa ma wale fane congratulations alla binima kama inshallah ngaji ke model je no darati iba falo kumanyo bi wale penso dale so kamal ba so kuda sa jamolo jang ka wale go committee fanang anem para batet lo bage ka Kabake, our able chairman, GDC, Ismail Minte, Nata Bodaji, Al-Kalbara, Nyanta Barabe interview la. Janni wo, Senyo Hakilo Bulandi, Football me atina, this Edison Naga, Gabon Justice Minister Dawda Jallow Bulu, Ailine Poko, Abe ile likola ako pare ni force one otata nyama askeno abekela continent so wokamala last year tournament it went successfully atata even whereas to kochobol keda ubuka by football kono pare kulu woni famadio wo it went throughout last year's tournament so the team all the congratulate la wala kulu womita especially Sadeba it's like the most disciplined team ngaji ko this mol team all but kata la pro Sadeba challenge was discipline to be one of the to be the most disciplined team so kamala wala na this year konang Dawda Jallow anaka nang ko den ga ko akabe continue so kamala please more be fans soul players everybody alanga this Sendal Kalba Kumandi Bikara Mr. Bakari Bojan Honorable Mr. Bakari Bojan Al Kalba the commander is now Badin Sivonkolu le contendro for la sport la chairman ba anala ajol ha ektebuloto kalifa akambatu kana kan nyingo ni kidimandiga ni keda nya kontane bati bre ala la nyin tan keda satel al kalodi ko mo jama bentaje surtout funding tel la bengo football Cup final football commence Cairo la alhamdulillah abanda Cairo nyama diamote siala bantara sare mbake barbe yama de min dila drong tolle wuluta altolle denta altolle mbade wol andalla nyin tin kilomol kono badiya nyin tandi anin kuluwo kule be katano kuluwo ne majiyo nyin koma so andale o tandi jan Meten the Rosin de la Honorable Dawda Jallow la Milkana able minister Minda Muda Kanyin Kopo Nilla and the Jinapana de Tentenka Roka Mala Lodulake Ala Banku Diale Tandi, Ala Sate Diale Tandi, and Ala Kano Tandial. Take Carpala and a Pudding Kill Carpala Barnata from Carpasico. Lekumalaba Mimfola. Naboda ala la nyinoto new site mimbe silaba kan nyinabe do kula re nyillari wola baratu katano fasaro kama Pimansi sifole tamu Gambia surtout nyim present government member steering NPP on the leader me alonko abe first advisor lekono to the president so o mo fulol da makanyanta han manta nyaako yela yale tandi ko ifo mon talet sate jiko na sembo mal tolleri andal tolle be kala jang fijo everything te balla wato tambidal bial tolle tamo o ta mimbe man sabulu nga nyinin kala nga noma nga so sabulu nga nyinin kala nga noma nga so be mano ajila kon alkalo ya ni nyamen da men kese di si kon kolemu ngefasa yenyim fenanja mom ala fenanja bari ngane nyima kam fasal ikoni mobe ekonoma kan fo ekoma awature to give the man of the match March. Nimbo di la omung kong la boss le. Nimbo le immediate boss. Akwa Ture, third vice president. Yes. Congratulations, Amo, after 30. Yes. Congratulations, Amo, after 30 years. Kaanaadaa 30 years. Kaanaadaa 30 years. Han kojaro kadi pole ko nyindong kadi pole ko nyindong ala on Monday, yes, on Monday, yes. Nambenda yai kompinol kontna asi sonko anala molu bebe kon asi sonko anala molu bebe konton na organizing malang be konton na organizing malang be konton na bezet bal konton na be mobe bezet bal konton na be mobe konton na Usman Nyolu be konton na Usman Nyolu Giant Trophy be alkalo kuman la koden Giant Trophy be alkalo kuman la koden kadati over 20 or 30 years over 20 or 30 years imebulo la silverware kan so on that note we are no ko apana lola balemo ni aje ko in sponsor nata na kambadu manyine la pake pa nata na kambadu manyine la pake manyi